With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Doncic with it. Launches a three. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
For three, Collins. Here's Black. Doncic on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. He shoots again with the clock winding down. And Doncic with the jam.
It does not happen too often, but boy, when Luka gets the opportunity to throw it down, he relishes it.
Outside Sexton. McCollum outside. And the three off target. And Doncic has got the ball here for Chicago. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Jason Kidd had a few moments to share with me. We talked about how exhausting it is to go up against Luka Doncic. Coach told me, quote, Luka's probably the toughest cover in the league because no one has been able to figure out a way to stop him. We have to just bring the intensity and do our best to slow him down. It's going to take a team effort to get that done. Back to you, B.A.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Outside Eason. DeRozan outside. Back to Eason. A clear look from McCollum. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And that just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
Here's Black. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Eason. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game.
Finally, a make for this team. Hopefully it gives them a little confidence.
It's usually interesting. After a bit of a struggle, does the first bucket get you into a little rhythm now?
Pass to Black. Back to Doncic. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Mavericks trail by 5. Now here's Sexton. He's averaging more than 12 a game. A consistent threat on offense. DeRozan outside. Counted from distance.
Get it off before the defense can respond. DeMar in the catch-and-shoot game.
Outside Anunoby. Back to Doncic. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
Now here's DeRozan. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game.
Well, Sexton showing that he's more than just a jump shooter. Very comfortable on the interior against size.
Here's Doncic. Hits a three-point game. Beyond the arc. Here's Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
For three, McCollum. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game. Chicago leading by 5. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Melton on the wing. Allen a screen. Kicks it out to Anunoby. From outside the arc.
That's the defense of DeMar DeRozan getting the job done, showing he can be effective as a two-way player.
Here's Sexton. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Well, when you talk about the most underrated players in the league, Doris, Sexton has to be in the conversation.
Well, let's begin with the fact that he's an absolutely fearless scorer, a tough competitor, an improved facilitator. There's grit, determination. He's willing to get into you defensively. He is somebody that will compete on the defensive end.
Now here's Doncic. Give him 8 points now. And it's Mathurin missing.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Outside Eason. Pass to DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Oh, DeMar DeRozan gets off his feet in a hurry. I love it.
And here's Doncic. He's been an important part of this offense, averaging around 22 points a game. Outside Mathurin. Doncic with it. He's picked up by Eason. Deflected. Second chance effort. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And so DeRozan will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 1. Pass to Eason. Here's Sexton. To the inside. Here's Collins. Kicks it to DeRozan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Mathurin. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And here's Chicago. Doncic outside. Here's Robinson Earl. Collins defending. Pass to Edey. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
Mavericks trail by 3. Pass to Hendricks. Here's Collier. The 3. The rebound by Edey.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Now Simmons, right now averaging 6 a game. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Here's Collier. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Takes it inside. LeVert. And he gets it to go off the front iron.
Well, Karis LeVert can fill it up from anywhere, but this guy is a terrific mid-range scorer.
Simmons with it. For 3, Mathurin. Yes! And that's Simmons with the assist.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Collier. No points yet. Down low. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he? Back to Simmons. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, this is exactly where Ben Simmons looks to become assertive. The closer he is to the cup, the more dangerous he is.
Here's Collier. .136 left to play in the first. 6 to shoot. And here's LeVert for 3. The rebound by Edey. Bulls leading by 4. And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Okay, now, friends, get up and get ready for your defense crew.
A minute 22 left in the first quarter here. Melton outside. Clock at 6. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Shoots a fadeaway. It's hauled in by Collier. Mavericks trail by 4. There's 53 seconds left now in the first quarter. Pass to LeVert. The rebound by Simmons.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Melton outside. Here's Edey. Missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Pass to LeVert. Let's go with a 3. No luck on that one. Oh, what a performance by Luka Doncic. He has been the story for Chicago. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. More 2K action in And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen from Chicago, what's your take so far?
Well, they came out with a physical presence and made rebounding a priority.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
Pass to Rizachet. From behind the arc. Rebound by the Bulls. And out on the wing, Zach Rizachet has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
Here's Doncic. He got a piece of it. Pass to Hendricks. To the middle. Tipped. It's stolen by Doncic. Here's Black. Doncic feeling it out a bit. Fires from deep. Oh, Doncic! What do you expect?
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Here's Collier. They set the pick. Lets it fly. Poke loose.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical.
Allen outside. Pass to Black. Doncic on the wing. 11 points in the game.
Now, Luka Doncic relishes the opportunity to control the action, and right now he is cooking the defense.
Mavericks trail by 9. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Collier. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Hendricks. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Boy, that's thanks to Karis LeVert's court vision, making the right plays in pick-and-roll action.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Pass to Doncic. Fades back. LeVert with a rebound. The rebound by Allen.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Allen a screen. Here's Doncic. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Doncic has got 15.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
Here's Collier. Pass to Rizachet. Lets it go from deep. The shot, no good.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And Anunoby for 3. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. And Anunoby's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. Mavericks trail by 12. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
That shot off the mark. Nice D from Allen.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Pass to Hayes. Here's Black. Hayes with a screen. And finished off by Hayes.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
LeVert outside. Here's Collier. Inside to stop the run. And it's good on the lay-in. Collier's gotten his second bucket on the night. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, do you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. substitution here for Chicago. And so it's Sexton who brings up the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. A 12-point game. Outside Eason. Back to Sexton. Pass to Eason. Launches it. They get it again. Outside for Sexton. And here's McCollum. Clock at 6. Over Williams. Here's Collins. DeRozan outside. McCollum looks around. McCollum with another miss.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Now here's Jaquez. Pass to Black. To the middle. Here's Edey. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
They were totally in sync on that play. Targeted the pass beautifully.
DeRozan outside. Sexton with it. Down low. Here's Collins.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Black. It's Jaquez on the wing. Over DeRozan. It's rebounded by Dallas. Next up, the Knicks in New York. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, one nickname you hear for DeMar DeRozan is the lone mid-ranger. He said you can operate freely in the mid-range. It's like an ocean out there. If you're smart, you can take advantage of the space and pick teams apart. Brian?
He's an expert tactician working in between. Thanks, Allie. And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Outside Sexton. To the paint. 6 to shoot. Nifty move. And he gets it to go. Sexton's got 6 points.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
You know, Grant, looking at the career of Colin Sexton, he had a huge third season, averaged 24 a game.
Yeah, B.A. And unfortunately, Colin hurt his knee early during his 4th year. Had season-ending surgery, but we've seen Sexton make a full comeback. Just a dynamic scoring guard.
Pass to Eason. Now DeRozan. Jaquez covers. Shot from 16. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Four on the clock. 4-3. Hits the three-pointer. He's got 5.
Well, I think this is a great area of growth for DeMar DeRozan. His ability to use his teammates to enhance the team scoring.
Outside Jaquez. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Mavericks trail by 9. A minute 22 left in the first half. Outside for Sexton. DeRozan down low. Dallas needs to get off a shot. The offensive rebound. Here's McCollum. And that's off the glass and in. McCollum's got his first 2 points of the night.
Off the pass, McCollum can be instantaneous. He doesn't think, he just shoots.
Itaquez on the wing. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
And it's DeRozan missing.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
To the inside. Stolen by Collins. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And the ball out of play. The Bulls will have it. That'll be a 5-second call.
And they just keep making mistakes. I mean, that's back-to-back turnovers, which easily could have been prevented.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He wants to review the game plan.
Yeah, coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Give yourself a round of applause. Substitution on the court.
There's 25 seconds left in the first half of this game. Left side, Eason. Lets the three fly. No good there.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
And here's Simmons. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
And the foul on Ben Simmons. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Here's Sexton. That's short off the rim.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. We'll be right back after this word. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. So it's the Mavericks now. They trail by 7. Outside Eason. Back to Sexton. The three. And it's Eason with the three. Eason's gotten his third basket of the night.
Well, Sexton sees his open teammate and puts it exactly where it needs to be.
Pass to Black. Now here's Anunoby. Doncic outside. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. Stolen by Anunoby. And a fast break now for the Bulls. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Jared Allen putting on a show. Get out of his way, folks. It's coming down on your head.
Outside Sexton. McCollum right side. Pass to Eason. McCollum outside. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Eason penetrating.
Oh, Doncic says not now and not here. That is a tremendous defensive play.
Fires for 3. Knocks down the long J. And now it's a 9-point Bulls lead.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Outside Anunoby. Pass to Doncic. They set the screen. Oh, Luka playing grown man ball inside.
This has been one of the most elite, consistent scorers since he entered the league. Luka in the house.
McCollum outside. Sexton with it. Now Doncic defending. There's McCollum with the three.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Now Doncic. Give him 20. Over Sexton. Again, the Bulls score.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
McCollum outside. There's a screen. To the paint. Here's Collins. That's good, and it's McCollum with the assist. Collins has got his second basket.
Just a great combo guard. McCollum is capable of being a go-to scorer as well as a terrific distributor.
Pass to Anunoby from the arc. Connects from downtown. Anunoby's got his second bucket of the night.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Outside Eason. And here's Collins. Fires the three. Shots blocked. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Well, you look at the so-called super teams that have been assembled in recent years. A lot of cautionary tales.
Yeah, I mean, teams giving up their draft picks for the better part of a decade to bring in a star. It can get ugly really fast if things don't work out.
Making a switch here.
For your D-Town crew.
Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Doncic outside. Offline with a three.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Outside Sexton. Here's Collins. Right side Eason. Back to Collins. Outside Sexton. 5 on the clock. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Doncic.
You know, it's easy to say, but this is one guy you don't want to foul. Colin Sexton is an excellent free throw shooter.
All right, both free throws good from Sexton.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Pass to Melton. Allen outside. Back to Melton. There's the triple. The Mavericks pull it in. Outside Sexton. Shoots over Anunoby. Again, the miss by Dallas. Bulls leading by 12. And Doris, you think about the advantage for Jared Allen with that 7'6" wingspan.
BA, this guy is a massive presence in the paint. He's got length, he's got intellect, and he's got incredible anticipation and timing. The other thing is he can absolutely step out on the perimeter and keep a ball handler in front. He is a special defender.
Pass to Doncic. And that's going to be a travel. Here's Sexton. Give him 8. Now here's Eason. For 3. The rebound by Allen. Doncic with it. 22 points for him. Pass to Mobo. Anunoby for three. Who poked away. And so the ball out of bounds. DeRozan touched it last. And the Bulls making a change here.
Substitution. Edie. Black.
Here's Edie. And he dumps it down.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Making a switch here. Mavericks trail by 14. Now here's Sexton. Give him 8 points now. Out to McCollum. Puts up a three. They get the rebound. Out to the right wing. The three from Rizachet. Pure from three-point range. Rizachet's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Here's Black.
Dallas foul. Rizachet. First personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Mathurin. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Yeah, this is how impactful Mathurin can be in close. He loves jamming it home.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is highly encouraged by the growth of the game. He said, in addition to being the fastest growing sport in the world, we are the #1 participation team sport in the United States. Boys and girls are playing basketball in record numbers. Love to hear it, Brian.
No doubt. The game's in a great place right now, Allie. Thank you. Melton outside. Here's Black. Outside Mathurin. 6 to shoot. Here's Edie. Can't get it to fall.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Mavericks trail by 13. Here's Collier. Pass to Rizachet. Here's Collier. Simmons defending. Shot's good by Collier. Here's Simmons. Here's Shannon. Right side Simmons. Fires the three. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Here's Collier. 6 points for him. Pass to Gay. Here's Hendricks. Lets it fly. Rizachet, no good. Chicago leading by 11. A minute 35 left in the third. And here's Simmons. Three-pointer Mathurin. He drops it from range. Mathurin's got 8.
Boy, a lot of confidence to Mathurin's game. That efficiency has to get better, but he is not shy.
Here's Collier. And here's LeVert for 3. They grab their own miss. Pass to Rizachet. Here's Collier. Tries the spin move. Here's Hendricks. The three is up. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Shannon. Still no points. Outside Mathurin. Just 5 on the clock. And again, it's Chicago with a three.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And here's LeVert for three. Fires in the triple. LeVert's got his second bucket on the night.
How about the response by Karis LeVert? This guy wanted to get it right back.
Pass to Mathurin. Here's Edey. Here's the three. Another three for Chicago.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzzer sounds. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. Back to the game after this break. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Chicago leading by 17. Here's Black. Pass to Hayes. And Anunoby for three. It's hauled in by Collier.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
To the middle. Here's Gay. Doncic grabs the miss.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Pass to Black. Back to Doncic. And here's Allen. Shot clock at 5. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Doncic has got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, there's a mix of touch and power that Luka Doncic brings to the game. You can't take him lightly when he touches the paint.
Here's Risa Shea. A deep three. Unable to get that one. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Looking ahead, they've got the Warriors coming to town for their next game. And that's a one-game homestand for the club. Now Hayes. Doncic left side. Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Well, Jared Allen has length and athleticism, and that's an easy opportunity. Wow.
Here's Collier. LeVert left side. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Hayes with a screen. Pass to Allen. Doncic outside. Here's Black. Takes the three. LeVert with a rebound. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Puts it up from 15. Chicago with a rebound.
Well, it's a make or miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
Pass to Black. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
It's one of the best things about playing with Luka Doncic. He creates a lot of open looks.
Here's Collier. Well, Grant, in terms of scheduling, do you see any way to eliminate back-to-backs?
You know, I'm not a big fan of eliminating back-to-backs, but to answer your question, BA, you have two choices. Either fewer regular season games or extend the season by a few weeks. I don't think either one of those options is in our future.
Pass to Black. Back to Doncic. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Here's Rizachet. Here's Gay. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Here in the second half, you see they've gone to the long ball to try to keep up.
Doncic with it. Pass to Anunoby. Three-pointer. Kicks it to Doncic. From deep. And Anunoby gets a three.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
LeVert outside. Top of the key jumper, no good.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Pass to Black. Back to Doncic. There's the three. That one no good. And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Here's Sexton. Well, when you list the best players in the NBA right now, Doris, most of the top guys are from outside the U.S.
BA, I don't know why that is. There's a lot of theories out there, one of which is the 1992, the initial Dream Team, so captivated the imagination of fans across the world. So I think that's part of it. We have to love that the game of basketball is so popular in countries outside of the United States, and we would be making a mistake if we did not give the league the credit it deserves for wanting to grow the game internationally. It has not been solely and exclusively focused here in the United States. They want everyone to love the game as much as we do.
Now here's Sexton. Collins a screen. Inside. Pass to Hendricks. Clock at 6. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. Here's Edey. Collins defending. Now here's Doncic. Shot clock at 6. To the left wing. The three ball. Hits the trifecta. Shannon's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Boy, it's been a minute since they last scored.
It has been. And at what point do you alter your strategy? Try to get back on track.
Here's Sexton. And several years ago, the NBA introduced the Supermax. How do you think it's worked out, Doris?
Yeah, I think every decision, Brian, that the league makes is trying to make sure that everybody has an equal opportunity for a championship. This particular implementation has made it easier for small market teams to retain their stars. And think about it. Even if someone signs it and then gets traded, at least those teams get an opportunity to get big draft capital. That's huge.
And here's Simmons. Right wing. Here's Edie. Can't hit that one. Now Sexton. And Jaime Jaquez gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
There's McCollum with the three.
Surprisingly, it's really fallen apart for him here in the second half.
Again, the miss by Dallas. Outside Simmons. Down low. Here's Edie. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Outside Eason. Pass to McCollum. The three is up. Gets the three ball to go.
With confidence and ability from long range, I love it. McCollum's able to space the floor and keep the defense honest.
2 minutes.
Here's Shannon. Back to Simmons. It's Jaquez on the wing. 5 to shoot. From downtown. It's rebounded by Hendricks. There's 1:40 left to play in the fourth. On the wing, Sexton. Collins outside. Back to Sexton. Shoots over Jaquez. Chicago with a rebound.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Out to the right wing. Back to Simmons. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Now that we have a few years of reference, it's safe to say the NBA play-in tournament has been a roaring success, Grant.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. And people forget it was created in the peak of the pandemic. The league set up a lifeline for teams that lost key players to COVID, but it has turned into something much, much greater.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. We've got 1:08 left in the final quarter. So both teams making some changes here.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Bulls.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And they're going to win this one, making this their 47th victory so far.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Luka Doncic.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
McCollum on the wing. Pulls it. Chicago with a rebound. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Simmons. 17 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. Here's Sexton. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that.